shared with me. And I've been struck not only by the commonalities that have emerged in terms of shared values and the common desire for safer neighborhoods and reduced violence directed at law enforcement, but also by a consistent drumbeat of concern about the future, by worries about the opportunity gaps faced by far too many people throughout the nation, and by boys and young men of color in particular, and by the obstacles and disadvantages that these individuals, and often really entire communities, can encounter from a very early age. Now, clearly, our comprehensive response to these challenges must begin in the classroom, with efforts to ensure that our educational system is a doorway to opportunity rather than a point of entry to our criminal justice system. Too often, so-called zero-tolerance policies, however well-intentioned, make students feel unwelcome in their own schools, and they can have significant and lasting negative effects on the long-term well-being of our young people, increasing their likelihood of future contact with the juvenile and criminal justice systems. And that's why supportive school discipline efforts have been a priority for the administration since President Obama took office. They have been a consistent focus for the Department of Justice, as well as our colleagues at the Department of Education under the leadership of the great Secretary, Arnie Duncan, for the past 6 years. And this work, I think, has significantly strengthened and expanded when the President launched My Brother's Keeper last year in order to help bridge persistent gaps and widen the circle of opportunity so that all of America's young people can have the chance to reach their full potential. Now, since then, the Obama administration has joined cities and towns, businesses, and foundations that are taking steps to connect young people to mentoring, to support networks, and to the skills that they need to find a good job or go to college and work their way into the middle class. We've been doing important work on a variety of fronts to bring President Obama's vision and the initiative's goal closer to reality. And we've placed an increasing reliance on the leadership that people like you are uniquely situated to provide. In September, as you know, the President took this collaboration to a new level when he issued the My Brother's Keeper Community Challenge. This is a call for cities, counties, and tribal nations to implement coherent cradle-to-college and career strategies for improving the life outcomes of all young people, regardless of who they are, where they come from, or the circumstances into which they were born. As leaders who have accepted this community challenge, I know you've all been busy helping to spearhead locally tailored strategies for improving the likelihood that at-risk young people will be able to graduate from school, find good jobs, and to stay safe from violent crime. Also, last September, acting on an announcement that I made back in April, this is months before the events of Ferguson and New York City captured the nation's attention, I launched a new national initiative for building community trust and justice. And this initiative comprises a wide range of multifaceted approaches for resolving long-standing tensions in communities where mistrust has been exposed. And it is helping us to forge and to reinforce relationships between our courageous law enforcement officers and area residents by investing in evidence-based strategies for combating distrust and hostility, by helping to provide training for police and community members on bias reduction and procedural fairness, and by driving research and development of state-of-the-art policing practices. Now, after meeting with community leaders and taking a close look at the challenges that being faced in neighborhoods really across the country as part of this national initiative in March, we expect to announce several pilot sites where new and innovative strategies will be implemented and where they will be rigorously tested. We'll also launch an online clearinghouse where communities can get information and resources on building trust in the criminal justice system. And as this work unfolds, we intend for it to complement and be informed by the efforts that all of you are leading, as well as our ongoing commitment to building a stronger and fairer criminal justice system across the board. Now,